What's up, guys? Today I just want to talk vaping. Just a few little tips, I guess you can say, on vapor's tongue, vapor's headache, uh, playing around with your wad to just find the sweet spot. I'm not an expert. This is just my opinion. It's going to differ from yours. Everybody has their own opinion. First thing I want to talk about is vapor's tongue. I don't know that I've ever had just a bad case of vapor's tongue. But if you keep hitting it over and over and over and over again, you're going to see the flavor go down, go down, go down. And you might get to where you're like, this don't taste like nothing anymore. It's just, you can't taste it no more. A good, tip that I say all the time is, I'm like a vapor, connoisseur. I smell it, If it smells good, it's going to taste good. Your sense of smell and your sense of taste, to me, it goes hand in hand. If you can't smell it, you're not gonna be able to taste it. So I always like doing that first, just smelling it. If you're hitting it over and over again, you start losing flavor. It's one or two things. Either you're hitting it way too much, or you might have a bad coil. If you're hitting it way too much, just slow your roll. Just stop a minute. Take a minute, drink you some water. Some people say, you can use candy and stuff like that. But to me, candy ain't gonna do nothing but kill your taste buds. You ain't gonna be able to taste it after that, no way. If you take a minute, drink you some water, take a smell of it. If you can smell it, you're good. You're gonna be able to taste it again. Another thing, playing around with your watts. To me, this is just my opinion, but to me, every juice has its own sweet spot. Even your coils, most people, if you got a favorite coil and you've been vaping on it a while, you pretty much know the sweet spot. But, I think it differs from each juice. The VG and the PG levels, you may have a high VG, and to me, you have to hit it at a lot higher watts, that high VG, to get the flavor out of it. I could be wrong. That's my opinion. A lower VG, a high PG, seems like you can hit it just at a lower watt than you normally would, and you might taste something that wasn't there for. It's like, wow, where'd that come from? So yeah, just play around your watts. Even if you start getting to where you think the flavor might taste weaker, just change the watts. Like, you'd be amazed just playing with the wattage, how much different flavor you get out of it. The other thing I want to talk about is vapor's headache. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, it's giving me a headache. Is this normal? They get worried about it. Most of the time, either you got way too much nicotine than what you can handle, or you just hitting it too much. Like I said, slow your roll. If you ain't hitting it a lot, if you only hit it 2 or 3 times giving you a headache, you probably need to drop your nicotine level. But, if you sit there and hit it over and over and over again, your body's going to let you know. Your body going to let you know when you had enough. You're going to get a headache. You're going to feel the nicotine in your head and your body. I said, just take a step back. Stop hitting it. You shouldn't have to hit it that many times. If you got the right nicotine level, you ought to be able to hit it 2 or 3 times and you're going to feel it. Yeah, that's about all I want to talk about today. Just got home vaping on this slush cherry. I just put it in there. I'm gonna give it a little while to get it through that coil good. This is a Smock Prince. This is the X4 coil. It's not my favorite coil. My favorite is a TTN, but I run out of them and I had this one laying around, so I put it in there. So I'm just getting used to it. Like I said, not my favorite, but I'll do a review later on this cherry. Let y'all know what I think about it. All right, guys. Bye.